Okay, I've seen Breaking Dawn once, and I saw it like the first day it came out, and I'm finally doing this bitch ass review. Okay, so at the beginning of the movie, fucking Jacob rips his shirt off because he has to do that every fucking 5 minutes he's on the screen. It's like no matter what, he has to have his fucking shirt off. And whatever. Okay, so he like rips his fucking shirt off. He goes all werewolf bitch ass, and then because why? Because he got the wedding invitation. Werewolf be on his period. Okay, so he flips shit and he goes away, and then like the old dad or whatever the fuck's just like sitting there, and then like the mom and the dad they get the invitation, right? And you know they act as parents would act, and like freaking Edward creeps in Bella's room, and he's all like, I haven't been completely honest with you. And at first I'm just like, what? Did you like fuck that cunt vampire like a long time ago? And then no, he's like, I used to kill people. I'm like, bitch, we all knew that. Like, we could have assumed that. Like, I assumed that because I just figured. Because he seems to know a lot about not being able to control. And if he was, like, with Bella, I mean, with the Cullens, then whatever. And so he's like, this long, boring ass story, like in the last movie with all the fucking Jasper and whatever that cunt's name is. What's her name? I don't know. I forget her name. But whatever, the bitch one, the blonde bitch one. So whatever, it's like their boring ass stories on how they used to be. Bitch, I don't care. Get through this part of the movie. Whatever. Okay. So then Bella has this weird fucking dream about getting married on top of a bunch of fucking dead bodies with the Volturi as the fucking ministers or some dumb shit. And yeah, so and then they have the actual wedding. And it's like, Bella, here comes the bride. Here comes the bride. And she looks really pretty. Like, I'd tap that. And most of the time she looks like shit, so. And then, like, she has, like, this mini panic attack. And it's like, calm the fuck down, miss. Hey, let's get married so you can change me into a fucking vampire. And then her friends, like, I freaking love her friends. Are they like, do you think she's pregnant? Is she showing? She's not pregnant. Yeah, because who else gets married at 18? That was freaking. I love that part. And then the freaking speeches after the wedding. But continuing with the wedding. So, they go and they get married, but then they skip till death do us part. And my mom's the one who noticed it, and she's like, "Hey, Brittany, they just skipped till death do us part." I was like, "What? Why?" And then she's like, "Cause they're immortal, dumbass." I'm like, "Oh, sorry." But and then like the speeches were so hilarious. Like everybody with their horrible speeches, and like Jessica, like the creepy, like full of herself cheerleader is like, we all know that Edward saw something in Bella, even though she's not captain of the volleyball team or student council president. And I was just like, shut the fuck up. Be happy. Or, yeah, whatever. I'm just gonna say this because, like, it kind of resembles it. Don't tell anybody, but Bella reminds me of Claire from Degrassi. Just saying, because they're both stupid. When it comes to boys, they're just fucking retarded. But that's it. Okay, so I was talking about speeches, and then like Edward, he says that he has another present for her. Fucking bitch ass Jacob and his like weird ass 5 o'clock shadow or whatever the fuck he was wearing. And and then she gets all, oh my gosh, it's Jacob, oh my gosh, it's Jacob. Really? You just thought he wouldn't show up? Because he tends to always show up. Every freaking time he shows up. And then they start, like, discussing the honeymoon. You're gonna discuss your honeymoon with somebody who used to be, or still is in love with you. Nice one, Bella. Score one for you. And he's all, and then she tells him about how her and Edward are gonna have sex. I don't know what the fuck was in Jacob's mind thinking that they weren't gonna have sex, because I'm Team Jacob, but sometimes Jacob's so fucking stupid that I just, like, can't. Did you think they weren't gonna have sex? Like, I would have thought they were gonna have sex, and that would have pissed me off anyway, but still. And then he gets hella pissed, and he freaking goes off, and then Edward, like, comes over and he's like, calm the fuck down. Calm down. Calm down. And in this movie, how Edward, my heart goes out to you because of this movie. And so they're in, like, their honeymoon or whatever the fuck they are. They're in Rio or wherever. And they have sex. And Edward's, like, getting involved. And he's all like, break the bed. And then these, like, bitch ass cleaning people show up. And they're just creepy. And, okay, here's my big dilemma about Twilight. And I've put this on my Facebook before. What did she do when she had her period? Did she just, like, ditch for a month? I mean, for a week? Did she just, like, not come? Or did she just, like, leave? I don't know. It's troubling. If any of you know the answer, please tell me. Um okay, so continuing with my movie review. Um like so she skips her period, or they're, like, playing chess, and just basically the whole point of that scene is, hey, the whole point of the entire vacation is, hey, Bella and Edward had sex, and we're just showing you everything else because we think that it's relevant, even though it's really fucking not. It has nothing to do with the movie, and it's just 30-minute long scene that's fucking stupid. Okay, continue. And so they have sex, and she finds out that she skipped her period. So she freaks the fuck out, because I'd freak the fuck out, but I'm gay, so it doesn't matter. And so she, like, freaks the fuck out, and turns out she's pregnant. And then they tell, like, her dad that she's sick. And these stupid white parents in movies like horror movies and all that other shit, they're just so fucking retarded. Continuing, um, they tell her dad that she's sick. And then Jacob finds out from the dad that she's sick. So he fucking thinks that, like, because he was at a beach, I forgot this part. He was at a beach talking about how he can't wait till he bites Bella, or till Edward bites Bella, and he could kill Edward when the treaty's over. And then whatever the fuck that other dude's name is, like, no, Edward's not a threat. Edward and Bella aren't a threat to the whatever the fuck. And so he thinks that they're using this sick excuse to kill Bella because she's already been turned into a vampire. So he gets on his fucking motorcycle and he looks sexy as fuck because he's, like, one of the only guys that I would go buy for. And he gets on his fucking motorcycle and flips the fuck out. Like, he gets in there and he's like, where is she? Turns out she's pale and she looks ugly, and she went from sexy as fuck to ugly as fuck all in the same movie. And yeah, she's, like, pregnant, and it's rapidly growing, which I think is creepy. And, like, she's dying, and they're saying how, oh, she's gonna die, she's gonna die, she's gonna die. Bitch, how many times have I heard that Bella's gonna fucking die? Guess what? She doesn't fucking die. That's the only reason I fucking watch these movies. Because I want to see the stupid dumb bitch die. Well, that already happened with Victoria, but still. And she didn't die. So, Jacob flips the fuck out because she's pregnant, and he goes back and he tells the other people, and they're saying how they want to kill Bella now, and he leaves the fucking pack with Seth and the other random bitch who was like in a love triangle, the other bitches, with the bitch who had like the scar on her face. I don't know. And they're like, they leave the pack. And so they can't hear each other or something like that. So they eventually find out that Bella needs blood to sup- to help the baby not eat the fuck out of her from the inside out. And so he, how do I put this? So he distracts Jacob distracts the other guys so that the Cullens can go hunt because he wants to like protect Bella too. So he distracts the other guys, and yeah, then they're all like, "You tricked me," and he's like, "No shit, no shit, Sherlock." And yeah, there's that part. And then the part where she gives birth and Edward's biting the fuck out of her vagina. Like, it's creepy. And she has a baby and they're all like, "Oh, Gucci, Gucci, Guga. Goo, goo. I have a kid." And they name it fucking Resume. Who the fuck? What type of. Okay. And so they name their kid or whatever. And, like, whatever. That damn bitch's name is holding the baby. And Jacob comes back. Well, no, Bella like dies, and so Edward's trying to save her by turning into a vampire, and it's not working out very well. So Jacob gets hella pissed, and he like walks back into the house, and the werewolves and the freaking Cullens are fighting, and Jacob like walks into the house, and he's like, "Imprint. You have such pretty eyes. Imprint on the girl he used to be in love with his daughter." Like, I can't wait till she grows up and he's like, "Hey, I made out with your mom." And so he imprints on them. And then Bella turns out to like start being fucking creepy again. And he leaves and Edward's going to go fight with the other wolves and shit. And they're all fighting and they're gonna lose and shit. And then fucking Jacob gets the fuck out of there. Like, he bursts out in his werewolf mode. And then Edward's reading his fucking mind. He's like, "Jacob imprinted, and the wolves can't kill somebody that you've imprinted on." And I was like, well, I could have seen that coming. So they do that, right? And uh and freaking Bella, her eyes are like red, and then cuts to credits. And then freaking after the credits, they did some fucking Easter egg thing, and she's all like, the Volturi's like, "Oh, the Cullens have more to worry about. It wasn't just Bella. I have more issues with the Cullens, far deeper than Bella." And that ends it. I liked the movie. I read the books. Well, I like read half of Breaking Dawn, but I liked it. And whatever. Sad moment in history. So you YouTubers who spent 14 months of your life reading my review, or reading, listening to my review,